Was there any time that you were able to siphon off that you talked to some locals and they said, "Hey, you got to go check out this course down the road and go here and go there," and then it's like this unheard of little gem. Did you ever come across things like that?
Oh, totally. I mean, going back to early days of Golf Digest, I mean, that, uncovering forest dunes in Michigan, right, in its original state, that was middle of nowhere. No one was going to forest dunes at that time. That original Tom Weiss golf course was literally in the middle of nowhere. So, forest dunes, I think of, I think, Critch Island is one that comes to mind up in Ireland, in between Nairn and Portneuf and St. Patrick's now, that kind of discovery. I think of Portumna now in Ireland, which is kind of halfway between Dublin and where you would go to the southwest, where people say, you got to go play here, got to go play here. And then you go and you're like, oh my God. There's, I'm trying to think of more, but even Mountain Shadows, the par 3 course in Arizona, that was another one of those, like, you got to go check this out. They just redid it. It's a par 3 course. Little things like that have been popping up constantly in my life. And I'd like to think, we're talking about storytelling, and storytelling is influencing. And we talk about influencers, right? Like, was I a storyteller or was I an influencer, or was it a bit of a combination of both? I'd like to think, I was in on the dirt with Streamsong in the original days. Like, before they opened, I was going to Streamsong to see what was going on. Streamsong to me is one that, in theory, I was trying to help put on the map, basically say, hey guys, this is worth, making the trip for. I have found, I could, if I'd known, I would have probably prepared a better list, but it's endless in terms of, quote, hidden gems, Lawsonia links. I'm trying to go through per state here, but it's, the buyer's market that we have right now in the game of golf is absurd. And I think it was good. It was fairly decent. We certainly had a lot to choose from 25 years ago, but the difference between 25 years ago with the renovations and restorations and redos, essentially mulligans on some of those designs that were happening in the late 90s and early 2000s, to where we are now with the additional stuff that's happening to some of the premier destinations, things like Sweetens Cove and some of these little, sort of targeted at a boutique, offering, is ridiculous. And I don't know how it all can be sustainable and all work because the amount of additions is crazy, but there is an embarrassment of riches in terms of options and opportunities for people to play golf right now.
You could basically put an atlas of the world up on the wall, blindfold yourself, throw a dart, and wherever it lands, you could probably go there and just have a great time, no matter where you are. I would have to imagine.
It's very true. And then, and then it also comes back to, it's not about where you are, it's who you're with, right? Like as I've gotten older, that's very much true. Like, you're taking 2 days or 3 days or 4 days or 5 days or 7 days, or if you're really lucky, you're taking 10 days to be with, a certain group of people. There's no, where I'm at in my life, I'm not spending it with people I don't want to be with. Right?
Exactly. You did enough for that early. We all did enough early in the career.
We do it enough early in life and career. And then it's like, okay, as you get older, you might not be doing 36 a day. It's going to be more about, like, I'm going to do 18 a day. I'm 18 a day, and then maybe a short course in the afternoon, or maybe we're going to go see, a hurling match, you know what I mean? Like, we're going to take in a pub, we're going to do the perfect pint tour in Dublin, things that are be like, oh, wow, I went to Ireland and didn't just, play 36 a day and travel and drive.
Took in the whole experience.
We took in the experience. So, at some point in life, checking the boxes of courses, it falls down in the priority list to experiences. And golf is part of the experience, but you just want a little more more to it. And I'm looking at the tee times I have at the Uncle Tony Invitational this year. We start first morning, it's 8:30 a.m. We play 18 and then the short course in the afternoon. The next day, it's 10:30 in the morning. We play 18 and then we do a 9-hole alt shot in the afternoon. The third day, we start teeing off at 11 a.m. and then we do the punch bowl putting course in the afternoon. And the last day, first tee time is noon. And then we have a little room left over in case there's a playoff. And then we have the champions dinner and then we depart the next day. You see, like, as the week gets on, we sleep in more. We can stay up later at night and do, have the time around the fire pits and, that we want and catch up with the guys we want to hang out with. So that used to never be the case. When we were in 30s, it's, off at 7:30 a.m. and again at 1 o'clock p.m. and it's 36 a day and it's, no holds barred. But isn't that funny how things evolve over time?
Oh yeah, I've got a group, guys I grew up with. I've known my entire life. Started during COVID because they were all up in Michigan, and they were all in lockdown. So I just said, hey, I can put a deal together down here. We had, I think, 12 or 16 guys, and now we've done it for, this will be the 5th year, and same thing. They get here Thursday. We're playing Thursday afternoon. Friday we're playing. I think we tee off at 9. We're playing 27 or 36, but then Saturday the tee time shifts to noon because everyone, I want to play 36 a day. I said, okay, sure. And everyone comes down and says, oh, we're going to go out, we're going to party. And everyone's 50 and older, 50 to 65. And, after everybody eats, after we get back, and we usually do a grill out one night, we're watching college footballs on, and everyone starts sitting around the sofa and just shooting the breeze. We don't have the fire pit, but same idea. And it's like, who's going out? I'm not going out. I'm too comfortable. The only place you might drift to is the dining room table, and we're always, of course, playing cards and talking smack to each other like we do when we were 12 and 13. So, but yeah, similar thing. And like I said, everyone's 50 and older, and it's like visions of grandeur. You think you're going to go out till 2 in the morning partying, and no, by 12:30, 1 o'clock, everyone's out cold. Never left the house.
It's and again, this goes back to each group is different. And I say all the time to my group, I'm like, hey, if you don't like this setup, if you don't like this trip, you can start your own. You know what I mean? Like this is you know what I mean? Like if people are rocking up and going, we should do this. Oh, we're not playing enough golf. We're not. Hey, no, all good. Just go ahead and start your own group. You start your own trip. You know what I mean? Like, but a benevolent dictatorship, I think, is always the best trip where
always,
you're taking in some opinions, thoughts, and advice. And I've got like a subcommittee, it's the Uncle Tony Invitational. And then I designate 4 uncles who are like they're my leadership committee. They're my eyes and ears on what we're doing and how we're doing it. And I pick their brain and say, what do you guys think? These are kind of trusted advisors, like, and so I am listening and I am tweaking. We're always making changes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's based on who we are, where we are in life, where we are with our priorities and the overall sort of sense of what is a good experience in total.